Hey guys, Deck here with Deck Star Wars, and today we're going to talk about The Mandalorian, Season 2, Episode 1. So, overall, it is very cool. I like it a lot. This is going to have spoilers in it. Alright, so first off, I'm going to try to... I have no way to hold this phone. Okay, so first off, with everything in The Mandalorian, it starts off pretty epic, right? So he's talking to this hunter who is searching for Mandalorians because he values Beskar, and that is famously what most of the Mandalorian armor is made of. So he's doing this hunting, and you can see him walk through this city, and it's got a bunch of like what would you call it, like graffiti and stuff all over the place, right? So that's pretty cool. The graffiti has, like, if you pause the show and you watch the actual, if you look at the graffiti right on the walls, it's got a bunch of references in there, a bunch of Easter eggs for everything Star Wars. It's definitely an awesome thing to check out. It's really cool. It's got some Rebels, Empire stuff in it. Pretty awesome. So he meets this guy, right? And he knows where Mandalorian is. So Djarin is looking for Mandalorians to help him find Force users, because he needs to bring the child, or Baby Yoda, back to his people, right? So he's looking for Mandalorians to help him on his path. And this hunter says, I know where Mandalorian is, but you gotta give me your armor. So Mandalorian's like, no, I don't. That's not the way. We're not doing that shit. So he tells him, it's like, no. And it's like, oh, well, we don't leave this up to chance. And there's some missiles go off, and some shit happens, right? Pretty awesome shit happens. Okay, so after that, it cuts over. He finds out that the Mandalorian they were talking about is on Tatooine, right? So he goes to Tatooine. We find the mechanic from a previous season 1, pretty much, is back. Pretty cool little bit where she's like, the droids start running to work on his ship, and it's like, oh no, he doesn't like your kind. And then he's like, oh, well, let him work on it. And then they immediately fuck up his ship. So that was epic, right? So they immediately fuck it up. But that's because, he's... Djarin has actually earned droid's trust because of IG-88 in Season 1. So that's really cool to see, the character building and everything like that. But he goes down to this eradicated area, right? And he meets Cobb Vanth. Now, if you don't know, he was a Legends character, right? And he is now canon. But the story is different. So in Legends, Cobb Vanth, he basically, he got the Boba armor, and he was hunting people down and all this stuff. But in this one, it's still true to the character, but he gets it off the Jawas and all that stuff. But it's pretty awesome. And it's a Western feel. The only issue I have with the actor is I think he should have been more Southern with it, with his talking. But it was overall a really fucking amazing thing. I hope he's in this series more. I really want to see him. But he's got Boba Fett's armor from Jawas, right? So he's got the Boba Fett armor, and that's one thing that's pretty insane. It's pretty epic. So he's got the armor, and he's like, he immediately takes off his helmet and starts drinking, and Din is like, what the fuck is this shit? Why is he taking off his helmet? And the dude's like, you might be angry that I'm wearing Mandalorian armor. And he's like, give it to me now. Like, it's mine. And it's like, it's disrespectful for you to have it. You're not a Mandalorian. And with that, it actually comes down to a draw, right? Or like, not a draw, but a standoff. So they're over there doing old Western standoffs. They're about to shoot. And then shaking happens. and it's the Krayt Dragon coming through town. And it's like, well, if you want the armor, you are a Mandalorian. You are notoriously amazing bounty hunters. We can help each other out. So he says, if you stop this Krayt Dragon, we will give you the armor. Perfect as that. You help save my people, and it's yours. I don't need it if my people's not in danger. So Din agrees, and they go look for this Krayt Dragon. Now, the Krayt Dragon, they have changed it. So in like KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, the Krayt Dragon was like a giant lizard, and it's kind of like a worm now. That's kind of it's whatever. You know, it's pretty cool. They do want to put their own spin on it. So they got the Krayt Dragon, and they need help. So they go to the Raiders, Tusken Raiders, and Din knows how to speak their language. And, you know, they get in a little fight. It's definitely like a cowboys and Indians kind of thing, where the Tusken Raiders is like, oh, here, drink this. And Vanth is like, no, that stinks. I'm not drinking that. And he's like, and then the Raiders like, you stole our water, and then you refuse to drink what we drink. It's the whole thing. It's like, you know, it's like the white men and Indians. It's like they stole the land and then refused to let them live there and stuff like that. So it's really kind of bring back on that kind of stuff. So that's kind of cool. Now, they do come with a treaty. It's like we'll supply and all that stuff. And they do this epic fight. So you've got Vanth, Cobb Vanth, in like flying around in Boba's armor, shooting off missiles. You got Din Djarin shooting off or like doing his thing, you know, flying around and shooting his sniper rifle. And a lot of people say they're mad at this episode because it's all about the child, but it's not. Like, the child's shown like maybe 2 or 3 times, probably more than that, but he doesn't, like, he's left in the car. He's left in the sphere. He's left in the car. He's told to go away and all that stuff. And it comes down to it at the end, like, their plan did not work. And the Krayt Dragon is spitting acid, killing both raiders and the townspeople of, I think it's like Pelagasi or something like that. It's killing them off. They don't know what to do. And Din Djarin has an idea. It's like, alright, well, this the little mammoth creature dude, it's like he's got all the bombs on it. We'll make him eat it, right? And he tells Cobb, he's like, take care of the child. So at this point, Din actually trusts Cobb Vanth with the child, the thing that he's protecting, right? The creature. So that tells us that at this point, although Din doesn't want to, I guess, say it out loud, he respects Cobb enough to have them take care of the child. And that's telling me that's like, he would respect him enough as a Mandalorian. It's like, he no longer is disrespected by this guy. He trusts him. And if it wasn't like of the deal and all that stuff to get the armor, or if he still needed the armor, I think he would have left it. Like, he would have been like, yeah, if there's more danger in the town, you might need this, and let him keep it. But that's not the case. So he has an idea. He's like, alright, well, this is what we're gonna do. And he comes in, he lets the person actually, what he does is he's like, he take care of the child, and he's like, what are you gonna do? And Din just smacks the jetpack, like in the original trilogy, where this jetpack is smacked, and then Boba Fett flies off before he like dies in the Sarlacc pit and all that stuff. With a Krayt Dragon, the Sarlacc is the prey of the Krayt Dragon, right? Which might be important. So he smacks it and he goes flying off, and it makes the same sound. Pretty epic. But then the Bantha, I think it's called, got loose. So now he has to hold on to it, but he can't escape now. So the Krayt Dragon is coming after him and swallows both of them. Now, he was able to escape because he's like electrocuting like the inside of his mouth. And he was able to escape. But then they blow up the Krayt Dragon. And the whole way they worked with the Raiders is you keep the meat and everything. And we won't mess with your people. Ever. Like, that town is safe. So they make that deal to even work together in the first place. So pretty epic there, right? So when they go down, he escaped. He's covered in acid, but that's where you can tell like the Beskar armor is very durable. And although the Boba Fett's armor is not Beskar, it's actually Durasteel, which is a very tough steel, but it's not as good as Beskar. You can see like how it would have survived, because like his is like Boba Fett's was dinged up, and you can see like the Mandalorian's Djarin's is completely fine. It has no issues whatsoever. So that's kind of where it's at. And then Cobb Vanth gives him back the armor. It's like, all right, here you go, pretty fine. And it's like, all right, they're on their way. And then in the background, you see Boba Fett without his armor. Now, I've seen a lot of people talk about this, right? And a lot of people said it's Commander Rex, or it's Cody, or it's one of those clones. But that doesn't add up, because they would be about 70 something. And some of those clones were actually in Rebels as older people. So if it was like Rex, you would have to explain what happened to Rex. Why did he get rid of his beard? Why is he not as old as he was in Rebels? Because at this time, they would have been more aged. So they would make him about like, 75, 80. But if it was like Boba Fett, he'd be in his 40s, 50s. So it makes much more sense if it is Boba Fett himself, because Boba Fett is unaltered as a clone. So he doesn't have the age acceleration. Now they could say, oh, well, the chips have the age acceleration in it or something like that. But that doesn't make much... You could do that, but that's a lot of backtracking, right? So it's definitely Boba Fett. There's no question, it's Boba Fett. So you see Boba Fett in the background. It's like, alright, so why doesn't he have his armor? Why did he not grab his armor? Did he not know where the armor was? Or did he know where the armor was? Is he laying low? So I'm thinking like, Jabba the Hutt got killed, right? But I don't know if he ever determined if he was the last Hutt. So there could have been like a criminal organization or another Hutt come back and starts to hunt down Boba. Now Boba could have survived if like he either escaped the Sarlacc, or if a Krayt Dragon ate the Sarlacc and he got it rid of, or if they go the other way with Legends, where Dengar actually helped Boba Fett escape the Sarlacc pit. It could be that, and that would be amazing to see Dengar in the game or in the show. It would be pretty epic. So I'm hoping that's the one that they go with. But as far as why he doesn't have his armor, I'm going to be guessing it's because of I'm going to have to guess it's because he's laying low, right? So maybe they know he's not dead, or maybe they do think he's dead. But I'm guessing that a lot of people want him dead, as far as like the Hutts or the Empire, although the Empire is dismantled. I'm guessing a lot of people still want to find him. So if he pretends he's dead, then nothing can happen. Now, this guy said that, the hunter at the beginning said he knows that there is in fact a Mandalorian on Tatooine. And his information is not wrong. So the thing about this is, was Cobb Vanth the Mandalorian because of the armor? Or is there information actually Boba Fett? Because he is a Mandalorian, he's not a Mandalorian, but technically he's a Mandalorian. So is it actually about Boba Fett, but he's wanted, so they don't know where he is? Because I feel like if it's Cobb Vanth, they would know. But also that leads me to the question is, why doesn't the hunter know? Like, he knows a Mandalorian is there, but why hasn't he hunted him? Or my other thing is, did he hunt him? And is he like doing a double, like I guess pulling a wool over his eyes, right? If he heard the stories of Boba Fett, and maybe he was hunting Boba Fett, and he found Cobb Vanth, not caring the difference, right? He just wants the armor, he wants the Beskar. But I feel like maybe he knows, and he met Cobb Vanth, and he realized that the armor was not Beskar, and it was in fact Durasteel. So, and because he doesn't want it because it's Mandalorian, he wants it because it's Beskar. So he could have just been like, no, this is worthless, right? I don't want it. It's not what I'm looking for. But then he's like, oh yeah, there's definitely a Mandalorian on Tatooine. I know this for sure. Give me your armor and I'll tell you where he is. As in like he's going to get Beskar one way or the other. If he has to take it from Din, or if he has to kill Din, he'll get it one way or the other. Seeing if Din is actually, I guess, naive enough to give him the armor in exchange for the information. So that's kind of where it all is right now. It's really epic. I really want to see Cobb Vanth stay in this. I really want to see Boba Fett, which we know he's here now. We don't know his story. We don't know what's going to happen. I'm thinking they're going to fight. I think Din is going to have an issue with Boba Fett by Boba Fett not being traditionally Mandalorian. And he's from before the Creed. So he doesn't go by the never take off my helmet kind of thing. Because that was because of the Creed, right? That's because of after the war on Mandalore and all that stuff happening, they wanted to hide their faces so they can hide their numbers. They don't want to ever have their enemy know how many Mandalorians there are. So if you don't see the Mandalorians or the people, you don't know how many there is. You can't be like, oh, that's Steve. It's like, there's another 18th. That's an 18th guy in the same helmet. I don't know if it's the same one or not. And that's kind of the tactics that the Mandalorians used, right? So that's one of the big things that could be happening here. Now, is Boba Fett's probably going to talk to Din and be like, you got something that belongs to me. And when it talks about the armor, Din might know it's not Beskar. But then again, his original armor wasn't Beskar. He got the Beskar from the child, from turning in the child to the Empire, or the remnants of the Empire. So he might know it's already not Beskar. But I think what it is Boba might be like, you got something that belongs to me. And he's gonna be like, no. And it's like, yeah, the armor. He's like, you're not supposed to take it off. So it might be an issue with that. Now, Boba Fett's not a Mandalorian. However, that could be he is a Mandalorian, but Jango Fett might have been raised as the peaceful Mandalorians, right? So in Mandalore, you have like two factions. You got the warriors, the insane fighters, pure Mandalore, and then you got the ones that are like peace treaty, be helpful with the rest of the universe, Mandalorians. Which they might have been like, oh, well, those aren't true Mandalorians. You're not a Mandalorian if you're not this ruthless hunter and fighter. Although they are fighters and hunters and ruthless, they might have came from the wrong family, and that might be why they're not considered Mandalorian. So that could be a big issue. We'll see how that comes. I think overall they're going to end up being together. They're going to work together. Now, as far as the Darksaber, which indicates the ruler of Mandalore, if they're going to, I guess, make Din Djarin the actual ruler of Mandalore? I don't think so, to be honest. I think a lot of people said they think that they're going to kill off Boba Fett, but I think that's going to be the wrong. I think what's going to happen is they're going to, like, Din Djarin's going to get this Darksaber, right? And right now I think Boba Fett might view him as a true Mandalorian. And someone that's like, oh, well, this is someone to watch out for, or to look up to. So I think that Din is going to get the Darksaber, but I don't think he's going to accept being a ruler. I think, if anything, he's going to pass it on, possibly to Boba Fett. So, and give Boba Fett the reins. But we are still going to have a couple more Mandalorians from the Rebels in the Mandalorian Season 2. You know, we're also going to get some of the main characters from Rebels as well. Pretty epic. We're going to see how this ends up. Oh, by the way, the Krayt Dragon had a pearl in it. If you don't know, a Krayt Pearl is a very rare pearl found in a Krayt Dragon. When a Krayt Dragon eats rocks, sometimes the rocks have kyber in them. And the acid in the Krayt Dragon will actually digest the kyber rocks into a kyber pearl. And this is very, very cool. But so this pearl can be turned into a lightsaber. Now, kyber pearls are supposed to be more denser and more powerful than a regular lightsaber, than a regular kyber crystal. There are a couple in Legends. There hasn't been any in canon as far as I know of. It is possible that the Darksaber is actually a Krayt Dragon Pearl. I would not doubt it. Having the ruler of Mandalore prove himself by single-handedly taking down a Krayt Dragon to earn the Darksaber sounds like it would be really epic. But that's just the thing that I'm going off of. That's just my own idea. And then that way, like, if you can see Boba Fett where he's up there, he knows about the Darksaber. He knows how to become the ruler of Mandalore, to where only a true Mandalorian could take down a Krayt Dragon. And if that is true, then he can look at Din Djarin and be like, this dude single-handedly took down a Krayt Dragon. So it might be like, he might be like, oh, this needs to be the true ruler of Mandalore. So that's all, like, what I'm thinking right now. It was a very amazing episode. If you didn't want my spoiler-free review, go ahead. I did give it a 10 out of 10. It's epic. It's 52 minutes long of awesomeness. This Mandalorian is the best series I've seen so far. Anything Star Wars. And not Star Wars. This is just absolutely amazing. Now, this is the first time I did, like, a full video as far as, like, for my YouTube channel. Usually, like, I'll have my webcam down in the corner. I'm holding my phone for the full 24 minutes so far of this video. So if you like this style, let me know. It's kind of like the vlog style a little bit. It's really hurting my arms though. I just need to find a better way to put this up somewhere. Was looking at my bookshelf. I might just put it against my games or something and talk. But yeah, if you like the style, let me know. I'll try to do this every Friday. So what I'm thinking is, on Friday I will post a spoiler-free review of the episode after I watch it. And then I don't use any pictures for it. And then I'm thinking I can do maybe a video like this, where I just talk about everything and break down stuff. Or if you want to also see a spoiler review, let me know. I could take different pictures of the episode and point out things. I actually saved about 46 pictures on my phone to do that. But I've been watching people review this stuff, and they're all doing this, like, vlog style. And it's like, I really want to try that. You know, I haven't really shown my face on my channel or anything other than the little webcam. So I'll give this a try and see what happens. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, let me know in the comments. Hit that like and subscribe button. Help me out a lot. I'm newer at this. Trying to do what I can. I'm slowly going to upgrade as much as I can. And let me know in the comments below what your theory is. What do you think is going to happen with Boba Fett? Do you even think it's Boba Fett? Are you one of the people who thinks it's Rex or Cody? And then, but it's probably Boba Fett. And then what do you think is going to happen with the child? Because this episode had a lot less focus on the child. And that's really weird to see. But, you know, it's kind of those things. It's like, I don't think it's about the Mandalorians. And do you think Cobb Vanth is going to come in? Like, do you want to see Cobb Vanth? And do you think Boba's going to be an enemy? Or is Boba going to be an actual ally? That's going to be a big thing. And how do you think Boba survived? Are they going the EU route with Dengar? Or are they doing a different story? Let me know your theories down below. I would love to read them. It'd be really cool. I might go over some of them too. I might make another video just talking about your all's theories. That'd be really, really cool, I think. Yeah, I will see you all later, and may the force be with you always. See ya.